Hello and welcome, friends, to another video. Today we're taking a romp with Mario and friends through fan-made ROM hacks and homebrew adventures. But don't tell Nintendo, or they'll throw out a cease and desist order faster than you can say, "Let's go!" Stick around for the good stuff after the break. Our first game is an incredible conversion of the original Super Mario Bros. For the Commodore 64. Painstakingly recreated by a single developer, this labor of love was released in 2019 after 7 years of programming and dedication. The Commodore 64 was once a cesspool for bootleg games, with the most notable Mario ripoff being the Great Giana Sisters. But this is the full-fat Super Mario experience, which would have done more than turn a few heads back in the 1980s. With modern conveniences like emulation, you may ask, why would it be worth checking out this charming bastardization of an NES classic? Well, just imagine living in a time before the internet and only having the Commodore 64 for all of your gaming experiences. Then imagine meeting someone in a back alley with a trench coat who is willing to sell you a copy of that game your cousin has that you just couldn't get enough of, and you'd wake up in a cold sweat calling out the lead character's name. That's why. Need I say more? The graphics, music, and gameplay are all amazingly faithful to the cartridge-based original, and I think you owe it to yourself to download this right now and feel like a king in a bygone era where piracy wasn't as easy as 1, 2, 3. The next on our list is an ambitious Super Mario World ROM hack for the SNES by XX Chainchomp 01, released back in 2013, that recreates the original Wario Land on 16-bit hardware. While I'm mostly unimpressed with hacks that just alter little details like sprites, this project features updated music, maps, stages, and abilities that allow you to experience what Wario's first game might have been like if it was released on a home console at the time. The original Wario Land left a big impression on me as a kid, seeing this villain I recently became acquainted with stealing Mario's thunder and setting off on a mission of greed. Not rescuing a damsel, mind you, but just trying to score enough coin to build a damn mansion for himself. Since this is a ROM hack, not everything is faithful to the Game Boy original. For example, the dragon helmet now acts just like Mario's fireball ability, and dashing is restricted to a specific item that can only be used and collected at certain times. But boy, is this an admirable effort, deserving of some kind of recognition and buzz being generated just because it exists. If you want to experience Wario Land in a new way, especially since Nintendo has neglected this anti-hero for so long, check it out and enjoy a new spin on a Game Boy classic. Our third illegitimate Mario game was built from the ground up for the Super Nintendo and released in 2019. New Super Mario Land is a jaw-droppingly gorgeous reimagining of our favorite plumber's handheld debut, with pre-rendered 3D graphics and 4-player simultaneous cooperative play. Super Mario Land was the first Mario game released without any involvement from series creator Shigeru Miyamoto, and in this adventure, Mario travels to Sarasa Land, leaving the Mushroom Kingdom in search of new adventures and a little side action from who would become sloppy seconds for Luigi, Princess Daisy. First and foremost, this game is astonishing by 16-bit standards, with visuals that come remarkably close to the new series debut on the Nintendo DS. I've always had a soft spot for Super Mario Land on the Game Boy, so being able to show my son this gem of an adventure with a new coat of paint was quite the experience. Koopa Troopas explode shortly after you jump on their shells, and fireballs have been replaced by bouncing balls of doom. There's some fucked up shit in this sick world that modern Mario would be too afraid to explore. But this shit already happened, and we would be committing crimes against history if we refused to celebrate a more experimental set of adventures that gave us some unforgettable memories. Our final game was released way back in 2011 for the PC and stars a long underappreciated character in Nintendo's massive catalog. Psycho Waluigi is a perfect execution of what Wario's pal's first adventure might have been like in the Game Boy Advance era. Waluigi is granted psychic abilities by an evil spirit so that he may take over the land of Unconcia. In addition to the kind of platforming you'd expect from the Wario Land series, Waluigi can grab onto blocks, items, and baddies with his mind, then hurl them to attack or break blocks that may stand in your way. Some enemies have special abilities that can be used to hurl ice, fireballs, or projectiles towards your foes until your special meter depletes. Coins are quite the incentive as you use them to purchase items and upgrades from a shop in between levels. Psycho Waluigi is incredibly engaging and will certainly give you a worthy challenge with a surprising amount of depth and diversity. It oozes official Nintendo quality and charm and is a worthy adventure for an otherwise ignored villain. That's about all the time we have for in this video. I really appreciate all of you for tuning in and checking out the channel. If you like what you see and feel like sharing some love, consider leaving a like or subscribing to show your support. Go ahead and leave a comment down below if you'd like to see more videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.